with Connor Clifton as we get set for tonight. It's game one of the homestand, as you know. Connor, we've seen a big development in the defense core the last couple of games, new pairings. So the only thing Marty and I really want to know is tell us everything you've learned about Mattias Samuelsson.
He's great. He's really funny. Pretty easy to play with. I think we haven't played too much together. I guess since these last two games, but we've been good. We wanted to play direct. We wanted to play fast, close hard, and we just wanted to talk a lot. And I think the first game for us in Montreal, I think it went really well. We played good. We did exactly what we wanted. We wanted to, 1D to D, and then we're getting to the net, right?
That's the old Jay McKee and Rhett Warner.
Yeah.
1D to D. As soon as you go to 2 or 3, we're in trouble.
Exactly,
just get it out.
Be predictable for our forwards. D zone. If you have to, relieve pressure on that strong side and get it to him over there on the weak side, we're going right. That way, the weak side D can activate. We can part of the offense.
You guys had killed penalties together, though, right? You'd been on the ice on the penalty kills, so there was already a little chemistry developing that way.
A little, for sure. And I think, sometimes we played with 7, right? Or we went down to 5 on an injury. I think we played a little together, but nothing crazy. Never really started a game together. But I think it's been really good, and we can build from here. And I think as a team, we finally found our game. I think I've said that, we're a better team than our record indicates. But at the same time, right, our record's what gets us into the playoffs. So we got to grind and claw back to 500 here, and we can go. You can use our young legs, obviously a younger team in these hard months coming up, win some games, and find ourselves in a playoff position.
Now, you started the season on the left side, and I know that everybody's got to be able to play their offside, but Erik Johnson mentioned at one point he went to you and said, hey, do you want to switch? And it felt like you got more comfortable on your natural right side. Was that a weird conversation to have to say, help me out here, brother. I need to move over. But, how did that develop? Is that him coming to you, you talking to him? How did that work?
Yeah, so, I hated my first 20, 25 games. I think after we hit 20 games, it's like, okay, you got to find yourself in a new organization. And EJ had come up to me probably a week before that conversation, was like, hey, it's fine. I think we were in the sauna, and he's like, sometimes
sauna conversations are always the best.
Sometimes it takes 20, 25 games to find yourself. You're going to be fine. Don't worry. Just keep grinding, and you're going to find it. And then a couple games after that was when he came up to me. He goes, hey, let's switch. Let's try me on the left, you on the right. Try to get you a little more comfortable. And I think, that was the game where I kind of found my way. And I finally started playing the hockey I can play.
Yeah, I remember Brendan Montour when he was here in Buffalo. He played the left side a lot. And I would watch him try to get up the ice, but always get it on his backhand. And it really limited his offense. And obviously we know what he had, the type of season he had last year in Florida. But is that one thing, joining the rush? Is it more in the defensive zone? What's the difference between, for you, being on the left or on the right?
For me, I think I noticed a couple things. D zone, when we break pressure and I get it on that left side.
Yeah.
If I have full pressure here, now I can't expose the puck to the middle to make a hard play on my forehand. Now I got to make a play on my backhand, either a backhand pass to the middle or maybe jam it up with my forehand if I want to do that. But you had to expose the puck, right?
Yeah.
And then neutral zone, I noticed when I get that D to D over, basically I wasn't doing a good job of getting my head up and looking at the strong side. So the first thing I see when the strong side's over here, I'm seeing the weak side.
Yeah.
So I try to play a game where, first play you see, you make it, right? And if you're playing against a team that clogs up the middle well, looking to pick off passes, then I got myself in some trouble. And then the last one I think is ozone blue. If you get that slow and direct up the wall, it's uh-oh, what do I do here?
You're thinking the angle with your stick.
Yes. Do you want to accept it on your backhand and make a quick play to the middle to get a shot, or you want to just, you see this guy coming, you want to take it down, and then again you're on your backhand. But at that point, I wanted a really hard rim, right? So I get some time, and I see that guy back under the top of the circles, and I have some time to go left, right.
Every sauna discussion, by the way, falls under the umbrella of EJ's sauna discussion because of how he, brought that culture to the team this year. And it has me thinking that Jeff has been a little, not in production mode this year, but between two stalls. Maybe we need EJ's sauna sessions as as the next viral
I
sensation
think that
on our
would be a fantastic viral video. EJ in the sauna.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys want to see that.
Well, I don't know if you've ever done that, but I used to love the sauna, not to spend time in it, just to shave. Like, it just, came off like...
That's from a guy who hasn't had his hair cut in months.
Exactly.
And he's waiting to go bald for bucks, so he's a little itchy right now. But
that's a good idea, Duffer. Get on top of it.
You described the game so clearly. Like, as you're telling Marty all that there, like, I'm just like, wow, anybody that is, learning the game or playing the game can really see what you're talking about in those moments. But you also mentioned, like, playing against a certain type of team. Do you feel like now, collectively, the group has that compete, that grind, whatever, that you can match up well against whatever the opponents are throwing at you? You know what I mean? Because I think we saw Marty's kind of detailed it a few times this year with, I don't want to call them trap teams because that's not really a thing anymore, but it is
neutral zone guys,
like
the Rangers,
it is
right?
still
like
a
the
thing.
way they play.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like collectively as a group now you're in a better place to attack that?
For sure. I think we're running on all cylinders right now, and I think the biggest thing for us is we fought puck management for a lot of games, and we're doing such a better job, right? There's obviously we have so much skill up front, and we want them to make plays, we want them to go score, but some situations we were trying to make plays when it wasn't there, and sometimes it gave up goals because of it, and we've just, I think we're a different team we were than a month ago, and yeah, I'd put us up against anyone right now, any style. We can find our way.
Do you ever marvel at, and maybe that's the wrong word, but I'm trying to give credit where it's due. Like, Seattle's rattled off 10 straight games here with points. When you start pre-scouting, like, do you ever just look at your opponent and go, wow, like they're checking a lot of boxes here with what they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about that this morning. I think they dropped a bunch before their win streak.
8 in a row. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, that's just a little hockey for you. And for us, obviously, we got a hot team coming in our building tonight. It's a good challenge for our group. We just, we played, I thought in Montreal we played great. In Pittsburgh we didn't play as great, right? But we got the saves.
Big time.
And Upi won us a game. And some timely goals, some timely killed penalties. So I think that's what we've been trying to find, the past, 39 games, 40 games?
40 games now, yeah. I never know. I'm always looking to Duffer. Are we at 38, 42? I'm already like in mid-February right now, exactly. Get me sit straight up. You were cheating over my shoulder earlier because I was trying to look at some stats for you, mostly block shots. And I think I peaked like the Rangers game at MSG. You had like 7 block shots, I think, that night. But I've seen you really getting away. So two-part question. One, how does it feel when you block a shot? Because I know some guys say it hurts like hell, and some guys are like, it's no big deal, just a little flesh wound or whatever. And 2, is that something that you are adding to your game? Was it always there, the blocking shots type of part of your game?
Yeah, I think it's always been there. I mean, sometimes you go and you get 7 blocks, and sometimes you don't have any, right? Not due to lack of trying, but just sometimes the other team's just shoot it at you. Whether it's getting your stick blocks or getting in the lane and going on an E and eating a puck.
Where does it hurt the most?
For me, it's my feet.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh,
I hate it in the feet. I even wear those shot blockers on the side. It just feels like it never hits them.
Yeah. It always finds the right area.
Exactly. By far the feet for me.
Do you take your skates off after
never,
periods? No.
Never.
So you're like, I don't want to.
You lock it in. Yeah. Figure it out later.
You got any familiarity with the guys on the other side? Any Massachusetts guys? No.
No.
Joey DeGord?
Jay Leach.
Oh, yeah?
He's my coach in Providence.
Yeah,
oh, very good.
He was
coach
in Providence.
I just saw him. I just saw him over. He was at the bench and skate there.
Well, Duffer, you'd be happy to know that I got a Will Borgen sighting this morning. He was on the bench, and a bunch of the staff went over to say hi to him. So that's
he's hot.
He's hot, but no. So, but okay. So Do you like playing against guys you know more or guys you have no idea who they are more?
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter?
I knew he would say that.
I used to love playing against guys I knew. I was like, I'm going to get you tonight. And if I miss, I'm so angry.
Yeah.
Especially as a goalie. Like, I was like, I don't want him to score because I know him. I don't want him to score because I know him. But that's just a little different, I guess.
All right. You watched National Championship football last night?
Late start. I watched the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, a lot of punts in that second half, Marty.
Yeah.
I was thinking of you, like how we would break that down.
Did Owen Power stay up, you think, and watch the whole thing, being a Michigan boy that he is?
Probably not. His bedtime's way
Oh, is he really?
way earlier than mine. Yeah.
No way. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's what? Like, okay, so who's the earliest bedtime you think you know of? Is 9:30 as an early bedtime, or is it 10 o'clock?
For me?
I'm
like,
what time are you?
like 11.
Okay, 11 is not
11,
too bad.
yeah.
10:30, 11, that's not too bad. You get a good 8 hours sleep, and then you get going the next day.
Yeah.
So what's Owen at? Like 10? Young guy?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's before that,
Really?
Yeah.
Paul Correa of the Buffalo
Modern day
Sabres.
Paul.
Yeah.
Paul Correa used to go to bed at
I'll
like
give him 10:30.
9 o'clock, right? So that it was like midnight Eastern. I think that's what he used to do out west when he was in Anaheim. 9 o'clock bedtime. Unreal. Well,
He's going to have to adjust. He's got the West Coast trip coming after the homestand, so
he'll be in bed at 6 on the West Coast.
great stuff, Connor.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome
Brian,
to see you again.
Marty.
Thank you.